This is Adair Village, where we've been before, looking south towards the village. This is Tampico Road. I'm going to follow this road this way. What's down this road? I only have a small idea, so let's find out. My road continues that way. Here we are at this bucolic country intersection. There's an old red barn framing a hillside over there. But in this direction, there's a large transfer station or landfill, quite large. You can see the hill is opened up there. So a lot of times, even places like this, they have things that are less scenic. There's a clearer view of the Coffin Butte landfill, which to me, Coffin Butte sounds like something from a Western or something. Here is another entrance to the McDonald Dunn Research Forest of Oregon State University, which we've seen many different entrances to it. It's really big, it goes all over. And I'm just continuing up the road. The road continues like this for a while. I've been going uphill, now I'll be going downhill for a while. I have to admit, I don't know where I am now. I might have overshot where I was going to. I know I'm somewhere in Polk County. There's a blue sign up there. Maybe that'll tell me. In any case, I will probably be turning around pretty soon. But I'm just bicycling through this nice open country, so no particular reason to turn around. This is where I'm turning around. Somewhere near Elkins Road in Polk County. And right now I feel pretty good. I feel like I could go for another 5 miles. The problem is, often while bicycling, how far you can go is not always how far you can easily come back. So, and as we say, the mountain will still be there tomorrow, a metaphorical mountain in this case. So I'm going to turn back and call it a day, but we might see some things on the way back too. Sometimes when I bicycle around, especially when I'm focusing on the ride, certain things I just pass by and don't think about. But objectively, there's a Yangming container used to ship freight on ships going over the ocean, and it's just kind of sitting here abandoned in this empty field somewhere in Polk County. It's kind of like, makes me think, how did it get here? This is Airlie, which is a region more than a town. In fact, that crossroads up there is about it. And there's a fire district here, fire station. And it's interesting, a little bit ironic, you can read as much into this as you want, that usually smaller areas, rural areas, are more politically conservative, less about, more against government spending. But also in a lot of little places, areas like this, the first buildings that are going to be in it are public services. A fire station, a school, a post office. There's no private businesses here accessible, you know. There might be like somebody's like hobby business or something, but there's like no stores here. So it's kind of interesting that, you know, this is what makes it a town, is that there is a public service here. Unrelated, there's also a winery 3 miles that way. So rural areas here in most of the Willamette Valley are based around high value agriculture. Wine is one of those. So they're kind of being revitalized. They're not fading like rural areas are in other places because they have high value agriculture like vineyards, also a lot of orchard fruits. So it's kind of a mixture of different things going on here. Here's an example of a high investment crop, hazelnuts. This hazelnut orchard. A very valuable crop, specialty crop, and one that has a lot of labor costs and a lot of investment costs up front. One of the most important crops in the Willamette Valley. I think something more than 90%, maybe 99% of the hazelnuts in the United States come from Oregon and from a pretty restricted region. On my way back, a bit quicker coming back because I was aware of where I was going, and also I think I was going uphill on the way out, so a little bit more downhill on the way back. Anyway, there's Coffin Butte, and I'm kind of thinking because it's quite sheer and it looks like that cliff face was dynamited, and I don't think they would do that just to create a landfill. So I'm kind of looking at that and I'm wondering, at one point maybe that was dynamited like that, cut off like that, however they did that, for quarrying purposes, and then afterwards they made it into a landfill, because I don't think they would go to that much trouble to create a landfill. Once again, back in Adair Village. The new part of the trip is over. Just a couple miles to return, the usual. So I saw a lot of things today, some of which I shared. And I don't really have any concluding thoughts. It was just a nice trip to see something I hadn't seen before.